Hey guys, if you're wanting to get some awesome, reliable coins, check out FIFACoinZone.com. Team of the Season's coming up. There's all these awesome cards, so check them out. Link in the description down below. Use Fangs for a 5% discount. Hey guys, how's it going? It is Fangs, and welcome to a Q&A that I'm going to be doing on my channel today. So normally I'll do these on Snapchat, but for those people who don't like to show their faces in videos, we do Twitter Q&As, and if you guys ever want to have a chance to be a part of these Q&As, you have to follow me on Twitter in the description down below, because that's where I ask the questions. I was able to get to like probably 10 to 12 of your questions today. If I didn't get to your question, I am sorry. I try to get to as many as I can. I try to take original ones that I haven't already answered. So we're gonna get started with these questions today. Let's see what we got. Best piece of advice you ever received? So this is like a weird advice, and this kind of has to do with trust things and like how you deal with people, especially if you dislike someone or you have like an associate you're not the closest with, or not just associate, you might not be friends at all. But one time in high school, I remember my friend was like becoming more friendly with a person that we hated, and I was like, why is she doing that? Like, that girl is such a biatch over there. And her mom told me, you always have to keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. And it was just like fireworks. And you can't like sit there and like have an enemy and just be like, I'm never gonna talk to them, I'm never gonna do anything, because you never know what they're scheming or planning behind your back. But if you're just kind of nice to him and buddy, you might find out and nothing might go on. So I'd say that's one of the best pieces of advice that I've been given. Why are you a girl? Well, if I put 2 and 2 together, there was an X chromosome and an X chromosome. Didn't get a Y, so the 2 X's came together and I was created as a female. So I guess that's why I'm a girl. What music do you like and who do you listen to? The music that I actually prefer the most, or I did, it's actually changed a little bit. I like all music except for like heavy screaming metal. That's not something that I'm into, but I like all music. But I used to and still do love country from like the 90s, maybe the early 2000s, and even all the way back to like the 40s. I love country music. But these days, they've got all these songs coming out that are like honky tonk, badonky donks, and all that kind of stuff, which I do not approve of whatsoever. I think they're all pretty terrible. So I've kind of gone off country unless I can listen to my old style, like Tim McGraw, Garth Brooks kind of country. Besides that, I listen to rap, hip hop, all kinds of things. I love Eminem, so there's a lot of stuff I like, but I'd say country is my favorite. Do you think Trump will be good for the US, or do you think he will destroy you as a superpower country? I'm not big into politics whatsoever. Like, I haven't voted for a president ever. I didn't vote for George Bush. I didn't vote for Obama. That's around the time I think I was able to first start voting. I have not voted for presidents because I find deep in my own self, and this is just my political beliefs, that presidents are all going to, in the end up either something's going to happen where something good happens or it doesn't. They're just the puppet and the moving person that talks in front of you. And so I don't really care for those. I think it ends up coming down to like the Senate and the Congress and all that kind of stuff. But Trump would not, I don't think he should be a president. Like, I mean, obviously anyone has the right to be a president, but he's got a lot of flaws. He's freaking crazy. I myself, if I was gonna think in like my ties of where I would financially want to vote, obviously Republican, because I want to be taxed less, and there's other things that I'm for Republican. I'm not a crazy extremist by any chance. Like, I'm not completely conservative. I'm a pretty moderate person, and sometimes maybe there's a candidate that might be Democrat that I might agree with. So I'm not like choosing anything with that, but he's kind of just out there. There's so many things about him. I don't even think he likes women, so why would I even care to have him on there? He's apparently been into like drug deals, and he's done bad business, and the reason why he got money, I don't know this, by the way. This is just me reading stuff. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if anything's true about him, but he's done things dirty. So him becoming a president means that we're going to do other dirty things where we might piss off other countries and put up walls in Mexico, which we don't need. And I don't know. I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in Hillary Clinton either. So once again, I probably won't vote for anybody, but God, that would just be so bad for the United States if we had Trump as a president. Do you like any sport except football? I like so many sports besides football. Like, I love football, but I love American college football. I love NFL football. I love the NBA. I love to watch hockey sometimes. I love baseball. There's so many things. Like, I was an athlete growing up, so anything that has to do with sports and just being competitive, I enjoy. I'll even watch like softball in college. I will watch water polo, anything like that. The Olympics, all the stuff you can do, I love it. When will you be pregnant? Will you continue to do YouTube? Love your videos, Jess. When I'm pregnant, which I've kind of thought about this in the future, possibly towards the end of this year, becoming pregnant, and I need you guys to let me know. Is it just gonna kill me that I'm pregnant? Like, is that gonna make you guys just not want to watch the channel because I'm just some kind of old mom? Am I just gonna be old? Because I was thinking about possibly trying to have a kid at the end of this year. I know I'm already a mom to Simon, of course, but to having a baby at the end of this year, not having it then, but like creating it then, and maybe having it next year, because I always wanted to have a child before I was the age of 30, minus the one I already have. We've already talked about that. And I just don't know how that will affect my YouTube channel. A lot of people say it's not going to affect anything. I could actually sit here, because what you see in a stomach is like right here. I could sit here this low, and you might not know for the whole 9 months, unless my face gets really fat or something, but you might not know for the whole 9 months that I have it. And then I could just show up, and there's just like a baby right here to the left, and I'm just like, oh, it's a baby. Where'd that come from? But let me know what you guys think about in the comments down below. I will probably start trying to have children at the end of this year. Did your parents beat you as a kid? If not, what disciplinary techniques did they use? My parents were not very physical. They were more like mental. My mom, she did spank my brother with belts, I guess, but she didn't me. I mean, she tried sometimes, but I was like a really mouthy kid, and I would just like run out and I'd run from her, and she could never catch me. So she'd usually just ground me. My dad was not at all. He wouldn't spank us. I remember one time I said something bad, and I remember he like slapped my mouth a little bit when I was like 3 or 4. But besides that, he just never spanked me. He just grounded me, and then he had this look of, like, it terrified me. I don't know why, but this look he gave me, he'd like squinch his face up and get this look, and I'd be like, oh my god, I am so fucked right now. And I was terrified of my dad in high school. Like, anything I did, I was like, you can't tell my dad, I'm gonna get in so much trouble. But honestly, I probably wouldn't have gotten in that much trouble. He was just really good at installing like that mental look in your head. But no, I didn't get whoopings. What toothpaste do you use? Funny you should ask. To have these beautiful white teeth, I use Colgate toothpaste. I'm not promoted by them. They are. I use the cavity protection because I have very sensitive teeth. Even though I brush them twice a day, and I do Listerine, and I floss, I still get cavities. I've had like 23 in my lifetime. I also use this, I don't know if you can hear it, this little Sonicare toothbrush. I love it. It's the bomb. If you ever get a chance, this is an amazing toothbrush. It's actually cut down. Why am I promoting you? They're not even, I'm promoting them, but I love them, to be honest. Best toothbrush. And it's cut down on my cavities. So that's what I use for toothpaste. Do you like where you live, and what's the best thing about it and the worst thing about it? I love where I live. Like, I grew up here. I moved away to go to college. Moved away again, always in the state of Texas. I've actually lived in Oklahoma for like 4 years. But moved to Lubbock for college, moved to Austin after college. Always ended up back in Fort Worth because it's like a big city, but it's got a little town feel, and I know everything about it. My friends and family are here, and it's beautiful. Like, in the summertime, well, summertime it's actually hot. But in the spring and going into the fall, it's beautiful. The weather's awesome. I love hot weather. And the lakes are normally pretty good. This year it's been raining, so we're gonna have a lot of good lakes. Thing I hate is whenever it does rain and we have tornadoes and we have hailstorms and my brand new Jeep gets hailed on, or tornadoes knock down a skyscraper or something like that. Like, that's crazy. We're in the bottom of Tornado Alley, so it's crazy and scary. So that's the one thing I don't like. What is your internet speed? Take a look at my amazing internet speed. Yeah. It's pretty freaking terrible. I'm actually possibly going to be moving just a little bit outside of the city I live in whenever I get a house, which hopefully will be happening in August. And they apparently have 100 gigabyte up, 100 gigabyte down. So me and Doobie can stream at the same time, which we've been wanting. I'm going to upload videos, not overnight, because I have to literally let them set overnight, and it takes forever. So I can't wait for that. My internet right now, though, is terrible. Who is the most famous person on your contact list? Okay, so although I have like really, okay, wait, this I guess would have been the most famous. It still is. He still is like one of the more famous people on my contact list. But whenever I was in college, I went to college with a guy named Danny Amendola, who happens to be in the NFL now, but he was a wide receiver for whenever I was in college. And I have his number in here. I don't know if it's going to show it. Back it up. It's obviously I'm not going to show you his number, but I have his in here from college, which is pretty crazy. And then focus, focus, focus. You can probably see it there somewhere. Focus on it. Focus on it. Focus. Tobe Jizzles. I don't know if you can see it there, but I got Toby Jizzles' number as well. So that is a famous person that I have. We just got really blurry right there. I'm sorry. Those are the famous people. I might have a couple more that I don't really know. I mean, I have JJ and Simon and all their numbers. So those guys count. What you would say is famous people, I got them as well. All right, guys, so that is going to be it for this Q&A. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. If you ever want to have a chance, don't forget to ask the questions on Twitter, so you have to follow me on Twitter. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.